Well, we're just happy to be in the tournament. I mean, obviously, there's only 16 teams playing right now, and we're one of them, and it's a goal every year. So to have it here on the Kopf is a huge deal for our guys. We're excited to be in Ithaca on Schoellkopf, and to have a great opponent like Albany coming in. It's just going to be a great atmosphere here. We're just going to have to play great lacrosse. I mean, they're an outstanding team. Obviously, they're the top offensive group in the country, and they have one of the best to ever play the game. So we're going to have to do a great job of playing great team defense, and I think our offense is going to be the key piece to it. If we can have good possessions that end up in good looks, we think we can score on these guys, and they've improved a lot defensively since we saw them. And I think the biggest stat's going to be the ground balls, as always. So they do a really good job when it's on the ground. I think we do as well. So it's going to be a fight out there, and I think the ground ball play is going to be a huge piece of it. We've been up and down all year. You know, I think at times we've played great lacrosse, and you know, we need to do a great job of our execution. And I think the biggest thing that we're improving on now is our finishing. We've got to finish the ball better, and that's been a problem for us all year. And if we finish the games that we've finished well, we've handled teams. So I think that's going to be a big key for us. No, we're not going to change our approach. We're going to put our best guy on him and do the best we can. And Jordan's one of the best in the country, and he proved it last time we played him. And you know, Jordan's had some problems injury-wise too, and he plays through it. So it's just being being aggressive with our play against this offense is going to be key. I think they're very comfortable when you let them walk around, and we're going to have to just get out and play these guys. And we know they can score. I think the key is going to be that our possession time has to be qualitative. We need to do a great job, with our possessions in terms of finishing with good looks, and just try to keep the ball from their offense. So we're not going to play slow, but we need to do a great job with our offensive possessions. Well, yeah, I mean, we've played well at home, and it's a comfortable place for our guys, and I think we take a great deal of pride in not being outworked on Schoellkopf, and the ground ball play, the hustle plays between the 21s, the Boyardi stats that we talk about. Our guys do a great job of that here at home, and I think that we've had success here, and that definitely lends to some confidence for our guys. But we know it's just going to come down to 60 minutes of great lacrosse, and it's going to be a fun one to be around, because I think it's two teams that play the game the right way. Well, for me, it's sunscreen, but I think the guys are excited about it. We've seen it all this year, and the weather's just been, from one end to the other. So we're excited. Obviously our guys need to stay hydrated. We need to play a few more people in the heat, but we've got a lot of great players, so I'm not too concerned with that. We just want to get a great crowd. I hope that we have a huge crowd on hand, because this is going to be an event. It's going to be one of the best displays of lacrosse that you can ever see, and we're pumped to be on Schoellkopf and in great weather. I know I am. I wasn't surprised by the pairings. I wasn't so certain that we were going to get a home seed, but I thought we might see Albany again. And honestly, I thought it might be there. But we were confident in our quality wins that we had this year. That's a huge piece of the criteria, and we had some great wins this year, and no real, bad losses that they speak of in terms of losing to teams that are down the rankings far. So overall, we were pretty confident the way it played out last weekend. Obviously, we wanted to go win the Ivy tournament and didn't play our best against Princeton, but we felt comfortable that we were going to get in. It is a little bit of a surprise to be home, and we're pumped for it. Yeah, I'm glad the selection committee did that this year. We saw it in a few cases in the tournament this year. The head-to-head seemed to weigh pretty heavily, and I've always thought it should. And thankfully this year they weighed it a little bit more heavily than they have in the past, and I think that's why we have a home game. No, every game has relevance to it for us. We look at them all. We need to break things down, and certainly they're a little bit different. We're a little bit different, and the level of play has increased throughout the course of the year. You know who your personnel is a little bit more than you did in February, but they haven't changed much. They had the one attackman who didn't play against us, but other than that, they're the same team that we saw down there, and they're playing very high level lacrosse right now. But we know we need to play high level lacrosse ourselves this Saturday if we're going to get the victory. It's a great feeling, and more than just not having to get on a bus, and travel 6, 7, 8 hours somewhere. It's great to be home. It's such a tradition to play here on Schoellkopf, and it's one of the best places in the country to play lacrosse, and to have a home playoff game here. We haven't had one in a while. It's a big deal to our university and to our fans and to the people in town, and hopefully there's a huge crowd out here to support us, because it's going to be a great game. No, it doesn't to me, and you know, we approach every game the exact same way. You know, we prepare for every opponent, we break down every opponent. The intensity level in practice the last 2 days has really jumped a little bit, and we try to play intense all the time, but you can sense it from our seniors in particular. They're really dialed in right now, they're focused, and they're playing with a lot of intensity and an edge this week. I think part of it is classes are done now, so the focus really turns to this and to play against a great opponent at home. It's a big deal to our guys, and you know, exams don't start for a little while, so they get a little bit of a break. But we're just eager to get out there, and I can't wait to see these seniors go to work, because they're excited to play a home game on Schoellkopf. He makes everybody around him better. You know, Lyle's he's the Tewaaraton, you know, returning Tewaaraton winner and first-team All-American, one of the best I've ever seen at his position, and we've got some great ones on our team as well that I think need accolades that get them, with Matt Donovan and Connor BUCZEK and Danny Littner and Jordan Stevens. But he's a special player. I mean, he can get to where he wants to go on the field without a lot of effort. I've never seen a player get to spots where he's dangerous while he's jogging around and walking around. He's just very strong. You know, maybe not look at him and think he's that strong, but he's very strong, and he gets to good spots, and he just makes the players around him better, and they feed off that. So he's a special one, and you know, we can't get caught watching him. We just need to play great team defense against him.
That was incredible. We knew there was a small chance, but we knew it wasn't super likely. So we were just hoping to get in the field at that point, and when they announced that we were the AC, it was pretty exciting. We knew we were probably getting Albany, so it was going to be a great upstate matchup, but we're just excited to be on the Kopf. We were pretty certain we were going to get Albany if we hosted. More than likely, either we were going to go there or they were going to come here. So, like I said, couldn't be happier to get back on the Kopf, and obviously they're going to come chip on their shoulder after we gave it to them pretty good down in Dallas. But new part of the season, new game. We're just excited to bring it. I'd say it's not very relevant. You know, we experienced it last week where playing Princeton 6 days apart, it was a night and day game. So. We know we got to bring our best. They're certainly going to bring theirs, and it's going to be a battle. He's a stud, you know. He's one of those guys that you don't get to see play too often. When you do, it's a treat. So, you know, he's the best player in the college game right now. All respect and props to him. But you know what? I think we've got the best defenseman in college lacrosse. It's going to match up with him this week, and obviously he'll get a few of his. But hopefully, all in all, 6-on-6, I think our defense is going to do a great job. Nider's ready for the task, and I think as long as we handle the ball on offense and we control the game a little bit, control the tempo, we'll just be just fine. They're similar in the fact that they make everybody around them better. Obviously, points record, they're 1 and 2, and Rob was a guy that could always bring up the level of play of the guys around him. I think you see that at Albany. Guys that were good players are now great players because they played with a guy like Lyle, and that happened to guys like me and Matty Donovan, and having that opportunity to play with Rob, he made us a lot better. So. I think that's one of their biggest similarities. They're great at seeing the field. They're great at understanding the situation. Their lacrosse IQ paired with their talent is unmatched by most. So I think they're obviously two of the greatest that have played college lacrosse, and their records show that. You know what? We like to think it's not a different week, but it is a little bit. Obviously, it's a little emotional being definitely the last game on Schoellkopf, but you know what? We're excited that we earned a game back here. It could have been the last one a couple weeks ago. We had this discussion after Princeton on Senior Day, but we couldn't be more excited to be coming back. Obviously, there's a little extra incentive to put in whatever you've got. Just leave everything on Schoellkopf. It's been an honor to call this place home for 4 years, and so you definitely want to go out on the right note. I would say surprised. You know, we didn't really know what was going to happen. We were just hoping to be in the field, and so it was great that they announced the seedings early, and you didn't really have to wait on pins and needles for too long. But couldn't be, like I said, couldn't be more excited to be coming home.
It's great. We were really excited to find that out. I think it was Sunday night, so just like you heard from Connor, you know, it's a big deal to us play on this field, to play at home. So we're happy that we earned that. We're just looking forward to, you know, keeping it up here. You don't really. That's the answer. we know that he's going to get his points. That's fine. I mean, he's as good of a player that's ever played. So we're just looking to play a team game like we always do. We've got 7 guys on our side of the field. I say that every time we get the question. They've only have 6. So we're trying to work that advantage as best as we can. I mean, we know it's going to be challenging with him. He's, he is as good as it gets. But we're excited for it. It's going to be a good challenge. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, they've got a lot of good players. Just like you said, not just Lyle. We're just, again, like I said, play our team game. I mean, we've got some pretty good players on our side of the field too. So we're just looking for our guys to dominate their individual matchups and then play a good team system. I think that'll work out for us. No, not really. I mean, it's just the same as every game. The stakes are a little bit bigger. It is an elimination game. We know that. But we're just kind of trusting what we do, what we've done all year, what we've been taught by the coaches. So we've prepared the same way. They're talented. We know that. Different scenario. Weather was a little different, but we're just we looked at it, we learned from it, but we're moving on. We know this is going to be a totally different game, totally different team. They're a different team, so are we. So we're just looking to put our best effort on the field.
It's awesome. Going into the selection show on Sunday night, I don't know if we necessarily thought we'd get a home game, but those in power did, and fortunate for us, we haven't lost on Schoellkopf this season, and we don't plan to this weekend. I think you can learn anything from film, watching it, and we played Princeton twice, within the span of a week. We did learn a lot from that. Actually, probably more so from the loss. So can we learn from it? Yeah, absolutely. But again, Albany's a totally different team, as are we. So you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. I think a little bit. I think again, going to that selection show, we weren't even sure if we, earned that right to be playing on this upcoming Saturday. So it definitely revamps the focus for sure. And fortunately, the past 2 days of practice, I think, have been our best all year. So again, going to Saturday, we're very excited for this matchup. Yeah, this is home. This is we take a lot of pride in playing on Schoellkopf Field. So we're really looking forward to it. Yeah, I think so. Definitely, it'll be an emotional game just because again, it's our last time on Schoellkopf and potentially of this senior class's career. But it's just another game at the same time. We've prepared for this our entire 4 years and definitely this past fall, winter, into the spring. So, just got to play loose. Possession will be key. They play a very unique style of lacrosse, and then they try to get after you, and they try to lull you into playing their style of play, and that's something we got to be very focused on not allowing to happen. So again, long possessions is going to be the key to this game, and taking the right shot, not necessarily the first.